Hello. I was actually not going to film anything today because, I mean, just for this week, because we've had a lot of issues with, we've had a little bit of a setback in the last couple of weeks where, so last week we weren't able to have the meeting with our mentors because of some issues where some people couldn't make it, and we thought that it would be better to reschedule the meeting, so we rescheduled it for today to get used to the HoloLens. And I'm just gonna move because my arms are hurting. Yeah, a little bit of a setback. Haven't had the chance to have a meeting with our mentors yet, which means that we haven't been able to show them our plan, our outline for our app and for our animation video, which we really should get it going as soon as possible to make it as best as we can, because we are on a time constraint. But things don't always work out the way we want it to, so hopefully, so we have a meeting tomorrow, but I'm not really sure how that meeting is going to go, because we just got an email saying that tomorrow is going to be basically just a filming day. So Microsoft and their filming team is going to come to our school to interview us about our project, what our motivations are, and we actually got emailed the questions that they're going to be asking us tomorrow, which I should really look over and think of some pre-prepared answers to, so that I'm not surprised with anything. I should say everything that I should say and not miss out anything, because it is going to be a professional film, which should be very exciting, but also a bit nervous. I haven't done anything like this before. I haven't been filmed by a professional filming crew, people, so hopefully it's gonna go okay. But yeah, we haven't had a meeting yet for last week, which means that our plans, our app features are still on hold. It hasn't been approved yet. I'm sure they will think that it's fine as long as it's not too complicated. It won't take too long. It's just about spending some time to get everything into the HoloLens and the app. So I'm sure it'll work out. So I have internally promised myself and the few people that are watching these videos, and hopefully more in the future, but as of now, I have promised that I will make videos every week and I will upload every Wednesday. And I don't want to just cut out bits that aren't useful, I guess, because this is the planning process. Things happen, unchangeable events happen. I just want to sit down and explain what this competition actually is and how we got to this point, which I think will be a good explanation of what we're actually doing, because I think we just started this series without properly explaining what it's about. So me and my friend Leah, who is the other person that is on this project with me, we signed up for a Microsoft competition briefing called Microsoft Accelerating the Future of Fashion, which uses Microsoft technology to solve a problem in the fashion industry. We attended a briefing that went on for the entire day from morning to nighttime to learn about the different technology that Microsoft offers, the tools that we can use to develop our product idea and our business plan. We did the whole day workshop, basically learning about the technology. We weren't supposed to know, we weren't expected to know everything or anything about the Microsoft technology. That wasn't a requirement. I am by no means an expert on technology. I know nothing, and I came into this competition knowing absolutely nothing. And I think I can speak for my friend Leah as well. We've never really been exposed to this amount of technology. After the briefing, we thought about it for a couple of weeks. We threw some ideas around and And because I have some experience and some personal stories about, not stories, personal experience with sports injuries that me and a lot of my friends went through when we were playing sport back in high school. So I played tennis a lot. I wasn't professional by all means. I really loved it. I really loved playing with my friends, and it was something that always pumped my adrenaline. I really loved it, and I really liked playing with my friends, and that's how I got into it in the first place, because a lot of my friends played tennis. I grew up in Australia. A lot of people played some kind of sports activity from a very young age, and everyone loved it. Everyone loved playing outdoors, and a lot of my friends were in professional teams. So it was amazing to be in a sports community, which I always really loved, which also meant that a lot of my friends got injured. It's just something that always came with people that played sports. Even when I was playing tennis, I had a lot of shin and knee injuries. I had a couple of shoulder injuries that were mild, and I didn't have to go to a doctor, but it was something that pulled me from playing sometimes. And yeah, so sports injury was always something that was around me, even though I never was personally involved in a big injury. Some of my friends were. Taking from that experience, that was really the only idea that I had, only problem that I really felt personally attached to. There was some other problems that I really wanted to address, some things about sustainability in the fashion industry. That's always a hot topic, and wastage and a lot of those things, but it was something that I definitely want to address in the future, but couldn't think of an idea to build a business out of it at this stage in time with this amount of technology knowledge that I have. So I couldn't think of an idea, basically, in simple terms. I couldn't think of an idea with the Microsoft technology. I couldn't really think of an idea to how to help that problem that I wanted to solve. So I went with the idea that I had some sort of plan or some sort of idea with, which was the sports injury. In very short and brief explanation, my initial idea, and the idea that I really want to pursue now as well, is to unite the whole cycle of playing a sport. So from the warm-up to training to cool down to if you had an injury, I wanted to connect all of it together with what you wear and technology. That was my initial idea. So you would have an app, you would have sensors embedded wearable technology, which would record the data of how you warmed up and what muscles you warmed up and how you play the sport. If you're doing anything weird, this has no technology knowledge behind it. So if you are very knowledgeable about technology and think that this doesn't make sense, it probably doesn't, but this was what I wanted to do with technology, and wanted to detect the things that you were doing wrong, bad habits, bad positioning, especially for people that are doing position-based exercises like weightlifting. With that idea, I applied to this competition with my idea, what technologies I would be using, what problem I'm trying to solve, why I think this is such a big gap in the market, and all those things. I put in a document that you had to submit with for this competition. I'm not really sure how many teams applied in the first place, that we weren't really told, but out of however many teams applied to this competition, 14 teams were chosen. So I actually was going to apply alone, but Leah very kindly offered to help me with the idea. I thought that it would be really fun to work together than alone. Obviously, it's always better in a team. It's always better if you have someone to bounce your ideas from, and Leah was also very sporty when she was young, so we thought that we would really be able to get good ideas together to make this project a reality. We got chosen to be one of the 14 groups that were to present I think it was 5 minutes. I think it was a 5-minute pitch to Microsoft and some LCF digital learning lab mentors to present our idea and why we think that this is an idea that we should develop with the Microsoft technology, why we need to have this in the showcase and build a prototype and show that we can do something with this idea. So that is what we did, and out of the 14 teams that presented, 6 teams were chosen, and very luckily we were one of the teams that got chosen to develop this prototype and present it in the showcase in June. So now we are currently in the process of making this prototype. This is always a worry of mine, even for the showcase, that people will think that this is all our idea is, and it is so not what it is. It's not just this. It's just the thing that we are presenting in the showcase is a bit of the idea that we think that no one has done it, that no one has done before. So all the different bits, like the wearable technology, the app, the AI that I wanted to input into the program. So the bit with the HoloLens and the virtual coach and the recovery routine and making it immersive, that was something that we all thought that no one had done. So that's something that we really wanted to highlight in the showcase. We wanted to show that this is an important part of our idea, which it so is, and something that really could help some people be able to recover properly. And a lot of people don't know how important it is to exercise properly. It just minimizes injuries that you could have avoided. See, avoiding injuries altogether in any sport is, I think, practically almost impossible. There's something bound to go wrong if you exercise, if you love to play sport. And I really commend people that have never gotten injured before. That's just, they probably exercise very well. But a lot of people that haven't gotten professional training, there are a lot of times where they exercise in the wrong way, which leads to injuries that they think are normal but could have been basically prevented if you had learned how to do it properly. I'm going on a very massive long rant, but that is basically what it is. I'm not sure if I explained it correctly. I can't even remember what I just said for the past like 30 minutes. I think I've been talking for like 30 minutes, and it will definitely make sense a little bit in the future as well. When we actually get this going, we can show you a physical example of what we're working on, and once we get everything on the HoloLens and once we get a detailed plan going, we will share all of that with you. So this project, this prototype developing process will go on until the beginning of June, which is really not that far away. It's only like about a month away now, which kind of freaks me out, but it's okay. It'll be fine. And in that showcase, there will be press. I don't know what kind of press, but press, and businesses all around the area, and also most importantly the panel of judges that will judge and pick one team that will be chosen to go to Microsoft in the States to develop their product into an actual business, which will be very cool. It'll be a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to do that, where I don't know if we have a potential of winning. I don't really know all of the projects that are going on at the same time that we have our project going on. I have talked to some of the groups that are presenting in the showcase as well. A lot of the groups are going really well, and it's kind of intimidating, but it's fine. So one of the groups will be chosen to go to the States, which will be really cool, and I'm sure Microsoft and whoever is judging will make the very right decision to continue that project along to make it an actual business. And that's not the only way to make our product a business. Obviously, there's a lot of businesses that are invited to this showcase, and if they really want, if our idea is really as useful as we think it is, then it is very possible that we can get some support to lift this idea up in the ground and do something with it. So that is what we are involved in. Next week's video will be hopefully much more interesting. I will film what I can with the filming day tomorrow with Microsoft. It is a film that will be launched before the show, at the showcase or before the showcase, and show you what's going on. I'm sure it'd be really cool with all the camera equipment and stuff. And hopefully by next time we will have the app going, we will have been approved all the things that we need for the app as well, and get this app building going and our video shooting going as well. I think that's everything that I needed to say. Leah was supposed to be here as well, but she had some school things that she had to take care of, so she couldn't be in this video with me. But it was only, I didn't have anything to show, but I didn't want to leave it blank this week. I think that just seems like a very bad start to this vlogging series that we have decided to start. But yeah, so that is it for this week. So I will see you next week with Leah, with Microsoft, and with our stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.